Spend a minute or so here. Just getting some really good breaths. Really breathing in, feeling our chest rise, feeling our belly rise. The exhale, feeling everything kind of cinch in towards the middle. That diaphragm activates as it pushes that air up and out of our lungs. Deep core muscles are activating. Hopefully, we just feel a little bit calmer in general. Although we got some pretty rapid landing in here today, so it's not super helping. All right. We're gonna just jump right into it, starting on our back. Bring our lower back down to the floor. We're going to start with those single leg lowers from 90 degrees. So knees are bent, toes are tapping the ground. That's not going to work. Keeping our lower back pressed into the ground, keeping our core engaged the entire time. Continue to breathe. So if you have your head down, you're really focusing on those deep core muscles. If you're lifting your neck and shoulders up, you're still focusing on those deep core muscles, but you're also engaging those muscles on the top of your core. So a little bit more superficial muscles. So it kind of depends what you want to get out of it. Make sure you're bringing your belly button in, down towards the spine. All right, we're going to go into a nice little full body stretch here a second. Doing the natural arch of your spine, reaching forward above our head, pointing our toes. Because we're going to try to do Pilates 100. So your knees can be bent at a 90 degree. Your knees can be bent at like 3/4 length. Your knees can be straight and up or straight and out, kind of like play with it. Find your position. Neck and shoulder blades are off the floor. Nice deep breath. Exhale, and you are just pumping those hands down towards the ground. And don't forget to breathe while you're doing this. Really focus on just activating the core. Deep halfway. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Relax. Give yourself a nice full body stretch if you need to. Pull your knees in nice and tight and give yourself a little rock from side to side. Pick which one feels good for you. Pilates 100, that's a hard one. It takes a lot of concentration. All right, remembering what we just kind of did, we're going to kind of go with that same thing. So try and get those shoulder blades off the ground if you can so that you're engaging the top of the core muscle. Legs straight or legs bent, your choice. We're going for a single leg lower. Nice and slow this time. This, don't worry, we're not going to 100. We're just, yes. We're just trying to focus on activating that core, keeping everything nice and controlled. The lower that leg goes down to the ground, and the straighter it is, the harder it is to pick up. And if you have your neck and shoulders up, just make sure that lift is coming from the core. Try to keep your neck out of it if you can. Make it focus on coming from the core muscles. Over 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Relax your neck and shoulders. Nice big deep breath. Try to let some of that tension go. We were collecting a little tension there in the neck. This time we're going to bring our hands behind our head. And then we're going to alternate from side to side, really trying to activate the muscles on the sides of our waistline, those obliques. So nice and slow, really focusing on the muscles that you're trying to work right now. Everything in the pelvis stays nice and level. Don't let it like shift up towards your ribs just to have them meet. Don't let it do that. Really focus on that twist coming from your core. I don't have Lisa here today to keep me honest in my counting. I know. I don't think we're that high. Well, I could try though. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's roll it up. Get a nice little stretch in there. So we'll sit wide, reach towards, well, whichever side you choose, really, but I'm going to the right side first. Just feel a nice stretch in the back side of your leg. And switch and reach to the other side. Kind of mix in a little stretching with our strengthening. Great, we're going to bring it back down. We're going to bring, so really focusing on our breath, bringing our lower back down, nice and control, bringing those legs up 90 degrees. You can like use the mirror to check, make sure they're not pulled in too tight, nice 90 degrees. Bringing our hands behind our head just to kind of support our neck a little bit lightly. We're going to crunch up. It's not a big crunch. Using abdominal muscles on the top. A little bit more than the deep core should be engaged, but you're going to be feeling this more on those top muscles, those superficial muscles. Nice and controlled. You're maybe even getting like a little shaky feeling on occasion. That's good. Like close your eyes or stare at the ceiling or whatever you need to do to keep going and working more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, set those feet down. Legs are nice and relaxed. We don't want the legs to join in. We're going to do double arms, taking both arms. We're going to take up and over to one side, back down, up and over to the other side. Really focusing, again, trying to get those side muscles to engage. Don't let your pelvis shift, its hip bones stay nice and stable. They shouldn't be moving back and forth or side to side. That rib is going to come towards the hip bones, but the hip bones are not going to move. All the equalizer muscles are going to keep everything nice and still. So we're going to bring it up, hold, a little quicker, rocking from side to side. How fast you go just kind of depends on how controlled you can stay. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, roll yourself over onto your tummy. And just bring yourself up into a nice gentle cobra stretch, either here on your elbows or up on your hands. Kind of find where it works for you. Nice big deep breath. And then go ahead. Sit back into child's pose. You can go wide kneed or close kneed, whatever's comfortable for you. Bringing your forehead down to the mat. Nice big inhale. Exhale. Let those sit bones sit back towards your heels. And then what we're going to do, if you're at home or if you're here, just grab a band. And this is for all of our chairs sitting. So we're going to take carefully with your band. We don't want anyone to get hit in the face. So I tried the purple band earlier. No good with shoes on. It like popped right off my shoes and came right at my face. I was like, oh no, that's not going to work. So you want these like flat bands or barefoot. So what we're going to do is we're going to lie down and then we're just going to gently use the band to go up and down. And then every time we get to the top, just give it a gentle tug, kind of back towards your face. Go ahead, relax your neck and shoulders. Don't pull so hard that you pull yourself, let's say, out of alignment, where you pull back so far that all of a sudden your hip twists and now it's coming up towards your ribs. Don't go that far. Keep everything nice and straight yet. We're just going to bring some little extra movement and mobility into those that hip region. Same leg. Go ahead, set the opposite foot down. And you're going to use that band to go side to side. Now, we all have very different levels of flexibility right here. So don't worry about like how far your leg goes. You're trying to keep that hip bone heavy down to the ground. Don't let yourself like twist all the way over. But you're feeling nice stretch. To the inside of the leg and then the outside of the leg. You're going to move at your own pace. Find what feels good to you. And if you need like a little extra stretch, you can always hold it to the outside here, or you can hold it across here. Find where you need that today. And we're going to gently bring the opposite leg up to meet that leg. Put the other leg down. We're going to start with a few up and down on this side. Gently pulling forward a little further every time. Maybe a little extra stretch in the hamstring. Maybe you feel it in the calf muscle. There's no like wrong place to feel it. And go ahead, set that opposite leg down. And let it gently fall from side to side. Nice and control. Take note, maybe it feels a little bit differently on this side. Maybe this side is a little bit looser, or this side needs a little extra stretching. To yourself, don't pull your leg either so far forward or so tight that it hurts. Oh, I could do this for a long time. All right, we're gonna bring both our legs. This is like a little like teaser here, core and glute. So pick your level of, how hard you want to go. So bring your shoulder blades up if you want a little extra core, or shoulder blades down, keeping your low back on the ground. Bring those legs down maybe like 3/4 length. Put those feet apart just a little bit and then start pulsing to the outside. So we're getting sides of the hips poking up, and we've got that core like super engaged right now. I feel like I'm like at a tear. Go for those that are like watching me. I'm sorry. And then don't let it be like your ankles are going like side to side. Like actually make it, come from the muscles on the side of your hips. Because you could kind of cheat here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Go ahead, you can toss that band to the side. All right, we're gonna wake up the lower half now. So what we're gonna start with is feet hip width apart, and we're gonna go right into a bridge. So tailbone tucked under, core engaged, pressing those feet down into the ground. Really feeling that lift come from the glutes, maybe a little bit from the hamstrings, but really want to focus on just kind of like waking up those butt muscles. To go to sleep when we sit in a chair for so long. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to go into a marching bridge. So bringing ourselves up into that bridge position. So hip bones tucked under, core engaged, glutes engaged, and just alternating side to side. Picking up a foot off the ground, really focusing on keeping everything nice and level. Don't let those hip bones shift up or down or tip side to side as you pick that leg up. The more stable you can keep them, it just means the more you're keeping all those small muscles activated that they're working for you. 7, 5, 4, 3, and 1. We're going to add in a little challenge one. Go ahead, put your feet down, get them about, shoulder width apart, kind of pull them in close-ish, because we want power to come from our glutes. We're going to pick one leg up, and you can try to hold it out straight, point your toe if you want, add a little challenge, or you can keep it here, bent, you pick, and then rise up. Really try to keep everything nice and level here in the hip bones. So like, as you come up, look, like, did I shift from side to side? Did one hip drop down to the ground? Kind of see what happens there. And we're just gonna hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Try to do the same thing on the other side. Either point the toe, bend knee, kind of you pick where you want to go. Bring it up. See now, does this side holding you nice and stable, or this side a little weaker than the other side? Where you're feeling it? Hold there, isometric hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, very nice. That one's hard to do. All right. We are going to bring a fun element to our clamshell. Oh, I know. You're so excited. Okay, so our normal clamshells, we would just be like opening up like this, okay? And then, or a reverse clamshell would be heel up and knee down. We're going to do an elevated reverse clamshell. Okay, so if elevated reverse clamshell is too much for you, just do regular reverse clamshell. What you're focused on here, big time, because you're holding your leg up, is the sides of the hip right here. And then those little glute muscles, the glute med and the glute min, are really working to rotate that knee down. So take a peek at your knee. Is it lined up with the knee on the bottom? Is your core engaged? And are those muscles working? I'm going to assume yes, that those muscles are working. I'm not really going to take no for an answer because I don't know how they could not be. So we'll do like, we'll just be here for a few minutes. Yeah, well, that's fine. We leave and you gotta go. 5, 4, 3, 2, And one. Now you're gonna be lopsided. Which side? We did get started a little late, so bringing that knee up. They're just on the wall. Rotating that heel up towards the ceiling. And then there were two. Yeah. You can even put your hand there if you need to. Make sure you're getting those muscles activated. Or give them a little massage if they're starting to peter out on you. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, very nice. Do you have a few minutes? Are you ready? Okay. Okay. We did get started a little bit behind, so. All right, so we're gonna find a quadruped position on all fours. We're gonna really focus on having a nice flat back, so core engaged. We're gonna bring that leg out straight behind us, pointing our toe down to the ground. Then we're gonna lift, and then we're gonna kind of rainbow cross to the other side, trying to keep everything in our core nice and stable, and really focus on that movement coming from the glute and the side of the hip. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that leg down, switching sides, toe pointing down. Everything's nice and stable in the middle. Little rainbow towards the inside. That's 10. We got 5 more to go. Three, 2, and 1. Very nice. Okay, have a seat. Very gently bring one foot over the opposite knee. Reach through. Figure 4. Feel a nice stretch. Need a little extra. You can always bend your knee. Reach for your shin. You pick which one works best for you. And switch sides. Bring that other leg over. Reaching through. Breath. bringing both legs in, just giving ourselves a little rock from side to side. Rolling ourselves gently up to a seated position. Bending from the waist, we're gonna reach towards our toes or towards our ankles or our shins, wherever we can reach. Feeling a nice stretch all through the back side of our legs. Alternate, pulling a toe, you can feel it a little more into the calf muscles. Yeah, that's all I got for you for today. You're welcome. Apparently I need to